chance.
How's it going, Jack Attackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today I am going to be doing my ARROWVERSE weekly chat. This is going to be the third weekly chat we do for this series, and yeah, let's just get started. So yeah, starting off with Supergirl Season 3, Episode 12, For Good. Now this was a very Lena-heavy focused episode, which I found decent, actually. I didn't have too many problems with the episode, and there was a lot of focus with her relationship with Edge, and also her mom, who comes back this episode, and wears the mother frickin' Lexo suit at the end, which was awesome. I love Wynn's comment. He's like, oh, is that the Lexo suit? Awesome. I mean, awesome when Supergirl is gonna kick her ass. Yeah, I love that comment. But yeah, this was, it was really cool to see the Lexo suit, guys. I just kind of freaked out there. And yeah, the other side story, you could say, or story arc of the episode was with Alex and Sam. Alex and everyone's still confused what's going on with Sam. Yeah, we're going to figure it out, blah, blah, blah. And they will, but it's kind of depressing in a way, knowing that Sam's reign, and they're all going to have to eventually find that out by the end of the season, probably, and that's just kind of sad. And, you know, Sam's relationship with Ruby and how much he cares for her daughter, and it's like a car crash, no pun intended because of what happened with Edge this episode, but it's almost like a car crash. It's happening in slow motion, because we just have to sit through the pain and watch it just downfall, if that makes any sense. But yeah, other than that, I thought this episode was pretty decent, and yeah, I mean, a lot of things were resolved, I feel, with Edge and Lena's mom and who Lena is deep down inside. Yeah, and something else I forgot to mention, which is a pretty big part of the episode, I think, Guardian. That was pretty nice, him coming back. He reminded me a lot of Batman this episode. I mean, just the way he would talk and, like, was about to throw Edge off the cliff. Or not the cliff, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I was like, oh, this kind of reminded me of Batman. But yeah, next week, the World Killer. The World Killer we saw at the end of last episode, episode 11, Fort Ross. And she got hit by a car. And Supergirl's having these weird dreams. Kara's having these weird dreams. So we're going to have to see how that's portrayed, because that's how she knew, like, that was it. That was the one they have to go after. And yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I mean, really. So yeah, another World Killer. How are they gonna stop him? I don't know. It'll probably be resolved in episode 13, like, completely, in my opinion. But yeah. Yeah, so moving on to The Flash. I felt like there was a lot to talk about in this episode, but I realized that there really isn't too much to say, and this isn't going to be really a review. It's going to be more of a rant. Let me just get this out of the way. The Cecile and Joe bullshit, get off my television. Her reading minds, that whole thing, just throw up. God, okay, that's out of the way. Cool. The stuff with the Shrinker, it was decent, I guess is all I could say, to be honest. I thought it was somewhat funny. I'll be honest, I think I laughed when Ralph got stepped on and Iris is like, oh, is that gum? But yeah, some of the remarks in this episode about Iris saying, why do all the people sound like comic book names? I'm just like, what the hell? Like, what? Why does that need to be in here? Also, call me salty, I don't really care. The voice crack, though. I'm pretty pissed that the baby isn't a boy, but okay. Just because Daniel West, I'm not trying to be sexist, but I just, damn. But anyway, let's just get to the end, because there really isn't too much to talk about. I guess it was fine. The last battle between the Shrinker and everyone was kind of cool, I guess. But yeah. But the end, I thought they could have made this episode actually good. I thought they could have made it pretty decent, and so underwhelming. I thought it was going to have a bigger connection to the Thinker or the Mechanic. This whole thing going on when they find out he's the Flash. And I was surprised. I was like, holy shit, they found out he's the Flash. I was like, oh, dude, this is crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I was just so underwhelmed to find out it was Blacksmith. I mean, really. I mean, I was so underwhelmed. So next episode, apparently, we're gonna get a Blacksmith episode. Yeah, I mean, she's a cool villain, but like, oh god, I was just so underwhelmed. If I summed up this episode in one word, it'd be underwhelming. And my prediction is that Barry's probably gonna get out of prison because he's like leading the people out, and you see all the people come out of the door, and I think he'll probably get out of prison next episode. But yeah, overall, this episode sucked. Kind of, it was just underwhelming. I don't want to say it sucked, but it was definitely underwhelming. Anyway, moving on to Black Lightning, Season 1, Episode 3. Alright, so at first, the first, I don't know, like 30-ish minutes of the episode, I was kind of skeptical on. I didn't know how I felt about it, and I was kind of like, I don't know. But then the last, I don't know, 10 minutes, I was just like, wow, like, yeah, I was into it. I was just like, okay. I loved how they showed some of the people on the news talking about Black Lightning. That was funny. Towards the end there, and Jefferson, one of Jefferson's daughters, a younger daughter. I still don't know names yet. I'm sorry. Get over yourself. But yeah, played by Cheyenne McLean, and the dude from Riverdale, Chuck. That's his name in Riverdale. He gets shot, and so does the priest, and. This felt like a really dark episode. Like, there were a lot of dark undertones, like in the piano in the background. And it just felt like... And I know it's ironic called Luanda the Book of Hope, but I didn't really feel hope. I just felt like... I mean, I did, but at the same time, I don't know. It just felt like there's a lot of dark undertones going on. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. So we see here... well, not anymore, but another one of Jefferson's daughters. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to call her, because I don't... Nessa, I don't know her name. Yeah, but she is discovering more of her powers, so that's cool. Going into predictions here, we'll see more of that definitely next week, and hopefully she can get her suit soon. I mean, they already had the poster of her in a suit, so she'll probably, discover more of her powers, and then maybe by episode 5 we'll get the suit. That's my prediction right there. But yeah, I really enjoyed this episode, and Black Light, I'd probably say it might be the weakest of the... I don't know. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought. I don't know. Moving on to Arrow, Season 6, Episode 12, I guess. Alright, so to be honest, I don't know. This episode's interesting. Arrow, Season 6, Episode 12. I still don't know how I feel about it. There are some interesting action sequences. I want to point that out. It's with the shaky cam. It's nothing that Episode 10 with the one cut and the... Ooh, I love that scene. But no, it still was a decent episode, and I would definitely not call this a bad episode. Major spoilers, pretty major spoilers for these types of shows. We got a character death, and that is the death of Vince. I wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't. I gotta be completely honest. And the way they ended it with Dinah kind of being all pissed and wanting to go at Kate and James and picking them off pretty much one by one, and she wants to start with Laurel, it seems. Also, speaking of Laurel, the kind of side story with Quentin and Thea and Laurel, screw off, I don't know how I felt about that. At first, I wanted her to kind of realize what Black Star and what she was doing, and then Laurel was just kind of like, no, bye. So that kind of bothered me, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, we got a lot of Kid and James this episode, and he was interesting. I kind of want to talk about this real quick for next episode. My prediction is that Kid and James will be stopped, and then the other members of that group, especially Ricardo Diaz, Richard Dragon, especially him, he's going to rise up and kind of be the big bad for the rest of the season. That's my prediction. It definitely could not happen. I don't know. But yeah, I just was not expecting Vince to die this episode, which kind of just threw me off. And it looks like Dinah's going to have some vengeance there, as I was talking about previously. And there's going to be some issues with the two sets of Arrow teams, if that makes any sense. But I am excited to see more of what they do with Dinah and Kate and James, like I said. I think Caden James won't die because I think he won't die and he'll be still used throughout the rest of this season. But I definitely think that some of the other henchmen, so to speak, especially Ricardo Diaz, will rise up and kind of become the quote-unquote big bad of the rest of the season. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below for all of these shows. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on what you thought of this week. And, yeah, let me know what you guys thought. If you liked the video, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.